Dabu7 with a quick earthquake update. We're going to take a look here globally, and we're going to see that there's really not a lot of action. And I don't want to take up too much of your time with this video, but get straight to the point here. We have a pretty odd swarm that's caught my attention. This is all up and down the Americas. All of this coming on the heels of a pretty big quake that struck right here in the Gulf of California. Now, since then, we've had a 4.5 and even a 2.54 here 7 minutes ago in the same region. Obviously, San Andreas, long overdue, just like New Madrid. This is one of those regions we have to keep an eye on. Anytime you see big quakes start to pop up at the base or foot of any fault line like that, you have to kind of take a look around and see what else is going on. Globally, nothing else except for right down this stretch, which I don't know what to really say about it besides it's odd. Of course, there's been no significant quake, nothing that's left a bunch of people dead, tsunamis, anything like that, thankfully. And I'm not expecting that. In terms of an on-land quake in this region. Okay? Now, swarms can bring about any kind of quake activity. What I've seen, though, throughout the years is when there is swarming, the chances of a super big quake seem to be lower because it's constantly releasing some of that energy. When I see an area like Southern California go absolutely quiet, that's probably when I'm going to start geeking out. Like, hold on. This place is swarming every day, like the Caribbean islands. And when the Caribbean goes quiet, and I make those comments like, watch out, we normally start to see big quakes strike out here in these odd areas where we're not used to seeing them. And right here in this region of the waterway, around Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, and that's exactly what we're seeing now. We have an uptick in this swarm. This isn't 1 to 2 range earthquakes anymore. These are 3 to 4 range. The next range is going to be 4 to 5. And this region right here is always one to watch because of the plate and the way that it is here, diving under the other. And when this area goes quiet, sometimes we can see big quakes. Now, Mexico had a rather big quake here within the past few months. And I always talk about this pinch point down here in Chile, Peru, that if it goes quiet, that it can also produce big-time quakes followed by massive swarming. Now, all I know at this point is we had this big quake that struck here, mid-6 range quake, very shallow. Since then, this is what we have. We have all this activity, mid-level activity, and it's a lot of it going down through there. Now, hopefully this is a sign that it's just a good release of energy and we see no big quakes. But I can't rule out that when you start to see stuff like this, that we're not going to see an odd quake in like South Texas, Mexico, something like that. Over here on the Atlantic Ridge or over in this region. Okay, I'm not going to rule out an East Coast quake because of how everything is shifting. How big, I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if we'll see one. But I'm not going to rule it out because it looks like energy and everything is shifting that way. So my biggest concern would probably be, at this point, all the coastline areas that are seeing offshore activity. Now, if you're seeing on-land activity, that's one thing. But when you start to see quakes like this reminds me of Haiti. You get a big quake that strikes offshore out there in the ocean like Haiti. It can send tsunami waves very far, very fast. And, like I said in the last earthquake video, in terms of the mid-6 range quake that struck here in the Gulf of California, it instantly, if it's going to let off a tsunami, can devastate both coastlines. I mean, there's 2 coasts right there in very close proximity. And this is a very interesting area. And let's not get it twisted. This is an active area of the Ring of Fire. And sometimes seeing quake activity like this can be healthy. We'll keep an eye on it. And I will continue to update with more information as things change. I just wanted to point out the pattern. And like I said, I'll update if we see anything else in terms of volcano or earthquake activity. This has been Dabu7 with an earthquake update. Much love, y'all.